A large retail store just canceled a huge order, leaving us with a ton of extra My Pillows. But you know what? That's their loss. I'm going to make it your gain. For the first time ever, you get standard classic My Pillows for wholesale prices, only $14.88. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, I'm going to offer my entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Upgrade to a queen size My Pillow for just $18.88. King size only $1 more. Get my body pillows for $29.88 and multi-use My Pillows for only $9.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on the screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever on TV, including my standard size My Pillow, only $14.88. They've never been offered this low before. We have limited quantities at this price, so limit's going to be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone.
This is Chris Ruddy, and I love Gene Valentino's Grassroots Truth Cast. Make sure you're tuning in just like I do every day, every week, every minute.
You didn't have to go through a primary process. You didn't have to fight off other contenders. That's not really the way our system was intended to work.
I am proud to have received the endorsement of leaders around this country.
I think this truncated process is why people think or say they don't really know who you are.
Look, I've been in this race for 70 days.
All right, there she is on 60 Minutes being asked to defend how she's at the top of the ticket without a single vote. That was her answer. Let's discuss this and bring in our panel right now, GOP political strategist and insider, host of the Grassroots Truthcast podcast, and former county commissioner in Escambia County, Florida, Gene Valentino with us, and also investigative journalist over at the Daily Signal, Tony Kennett. Thanks, guys. Good to have you with us.
Great to be here.
I thought the question was phrased perfectly, and there's no way you can defend not getting a single vote. Tony, I'll let you start off our conversation here. I mean, what do you say? Yes, I was installed. Take it or leave it.
Admitting that there was a coup, which is obvious to a lot of voters right before the election, seems kind of like a bad idea. But at this point, she's between a rock and a hard place. It's amazing watching her do this media blitz, unscripted, a week before the election. The best way I can describe it is a quarterback grabbing the ball, tie game, 20 seconds left, and running towards his own end zone. And I've never seen anything so dumb, and here we are.
Here we are. You know, there's concerns, some down ballot races. You know, you heard Elisa Slotkin saying we're not doing well, Gene. There's some polling, you know. She's got to get out there, but she's getting out there with some of these friendly outlets. Yes, 60 Minutes. Today, The View. I want to play a little bit of this and get your reaction.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years? There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
All right, Grassroots Truthcast podcast. I mean, she makes that little face as if she's searching for an answer. I know you're not a body language expert, Gene, but it's just so forced.
This looks, Bianca, picking up on what Tony said as well, this looks like the real hurricane is Hurricane Kamala, and it will be a Category 5, and it will hit the entire nation, not just Florida. And no, she has not spoken with Governor Ron DeSantis. He has spoken with FEMA so that he can be assured he can get something done. This is a misfit who was a last-minute propped-up attempt to save the Democrat Party, which is melting. And we see in plain view her misstatements of fact, and to take on Governor DeSantis during a crisis, which we're now 2 hurricanes in 2 weeks, is absolutely disgraceful. This is the biggest mistake of the Democrat Party, propping up a non-candidate at the 11th hour, and it's rippling over to events in this hurricane that we're now ready to experience, and the election at large.
You're talking about the comments she made on the tarmac where she said he was, basically politicizing and being irresponsible. And he says, she's never done anything. I've been running this, state for a while. Those comments obviously aren't sitting well. And also, what about the fact she's now like this proud gun owner, and she's just so proud that she's gonna, if you come in my home, I'm going to shoot you. And this also came up on The View today about the gun she owns. Let's play this exchange because I'm sure our viewers were not watching The View. We saved them that time that they would never get back in their lives. Here you go.
What kind of gun do you own, and when and why did you get it?
I have a Glock, and I've had it for quite some time. And I mean, look, Bill, my background is in law enforcement. And so there you go.
Have you ever fired it?
Yes. Of course I have. At a shooting range.
I bet came up on Oprah and now 60 Minutes at a shooting range. So she's been to a shooting range. Don't worry. She's not going to try and make you have a mandatory buyback. That's what she's trying to say here. I'm not so sure about that, Tony.
Well, there are a few issues with that entire exchange. First of all, I've never heard any gun owner just refer to the brand of their gun. I own an H&K VP9. I love it a lot, and I fired it a lot on the range, off the range. Very simple to say. She says a brand of gun, which, by the way, people have pointed out, in California, you can't just buy any old Glock. Guns in California purchased have to have a safety and a number of other things, so that's suspicious, along with a lot of other comments that she made. It sounds like this is a bunch of cotton candy, and coming from Kamala Harris, that's no surprise.
Maybe someone should fact check that gun purchase then. We'll see where we go with that. Gene, I'm going to give you the last 30 seconds. I also understand you had a conversation with Senator Rick Scott of Florida regarding what is happening, and it is a very serious, potentially catastrophic hurricane coming our way.
Yes, Bianca, just moments ago before airtime here, we spoke with Senator Rick Scott, who is down in the Hillsborough County and Lee County areas speaking. He's on the scene getting ready for the next hurricane. She's on the scene figuring out what to be on The View, Howard Stern, or whatever. It's a total misplacement of her priorities. But Senator Rick Scott reported that Mayor Kastor in Tampa was correct, that you need to leave Tampa or you die. It's not an exaggeration or a hyperbole. It's fact. This hurricane is a Category 5, and it's as bad as 1992 Hurricane Andrew, and it should not be taken lightly.
That's right. That's right. And they wouldn't say it if they didn't mean it, because that is a frightening thing to say. So, if they're uttering it, it is very, very serious. Gene, Valentino, Tony Kinnett, come back real soon. It's great to have you both with us for your thoughtful analysis.
Throughout history, the spirit of patriotism has prevailed. The battles may have changed, but the values remain the same. Today, in 2024, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment where the call for unity, freedom, and a better future echoes louder than ever. For more than 10 years, Patriot Mobile has been committed to supporting the values that make our nation great. With affordable plans and reliable nationwide coverage, Patriot Mobile is not just a wireless service. It's a call to action for those who believe in the American dream. Because this year is not just any year, it's the most important year since our nation's founding. Choose a wireless carrier that shares your values. Choose Patriot Mobile.